Start. The above mentioned facts and circumstances overwhelmingly show that the subject transaction was a power of attorney sale. Stop. The construction agreement cannot be read in isolation. Stop. In order to judge the nature of the transaction, it must be viewed in the light of the circumstances existing before and alter the transaction, ordinary cause of human affairs and human probabilities. Stop. In a case where the court is to choose between two conflicting versions, the court, in order to unravel the truth, must find out which one of the two is in tandem with ordinary course of human affairs. Stop. These principles, hallowed by time, have found ample judicial recognition. Stop. It has been held that in order to arrive at the truth, there is no better criterion of the truth, no suffer rule for investigating cases of conflicting evidence than to examine which of the two cases best accords with those facts according to the ordinary course of human affairs and usual habits of life. Stop. The Supreme Court laid down that in order to judge the credibility of the witnesses, the court is not confined only to the way in which the witnesses have deposed or to the demeanor of witnesses, but it is open to the court to look into the surrounding circumstances as well as the probabilities so that it may be able to form a correct idea of the trustworthiness of the witnesses. Stop. It has been held that to arrive at the real nature of the transaction, it is open to the court to look into the attendant and surrounding circumstances and contemporary documents. Stop. Therefore, having regard to the preponderance of probabilities as well as all the documents contemporaneously executed along with the construction agreement and the attendant and surrounding circumstances, and keeping in view the ordinary course of human affairs and human behavior, it seems to me that the parties had actually entered into a power of attorney sale, which is nothing more than an agreement to sell, and the defendants paid the full consideration of rupees 2 lakhs to the plaintiff, who in turn accepted the same and handed over the possession of the land to the defendants. Stop. Thus, there was not only an agreement to sell by and between the parties, but there was part performance of the same, which was signified by delivery of possession of land. Stop. The failure of the defendants to produce the formal agreement to sell does not alter the above situation. Stop. Therefore, it is also not necessary to go into the question as to why the formal agreement to sell could not be produced by the defendants and whether it remained in the possession of the plaintiff or the parties did not execute the same at all. Stop. The instant case is not an isolated case of power of attorney sale. Stop. The power of attorney sales are a reality which cannot be whisked away. Stop. The practice of disposal of plots by executing various documents short of sale deeds is clearly reflected by the decision of the court, wherein this court noticed the practice of entering into construction agreement to use it as a camouflage for an agreement to sell stock. This was a case where, along with a construction agreement, the sub-lessee of the plot executed inter alia the following documents in favor of the purchaser. Stop. Two wills, one by himself and the other by his wife, bequeathing the property to the purchaser. Stop. Journal power of attorney appointing husband of the purchaser as the lawful attorney of the sublessee. Stop. Agreement to sell, stating that since the sublessee was not able to construct a building on the plot, therefore she agreed to sell the same to the purchaser. Stop.